What is truth? There's no such thing, Pilate seems to say. Look at life without it. Without truth, can you say betrayal is wrong, denial is wrong, cowardice is wrong? Without truth, how can fidelity be admired if infidelity is not a sin? Without truth, look at our relationships. Look how they are relativized. Nay, look how you and I, the human person, is relativized. How our dignity is stripped and our personhood compromised. Is she useful? Does she detract from me? Is she a threat to me? Gossip about her. Dispose of her. Crucify her. Look how political decisions are bound by self-interest and interest groups, and how religion and religious folk who ignore the truth become diseased, destructive, and duplicitous. Look how liable human beings are to groupthink. Look how they are swayed from one moment to the next if truth is not our bedrock or guide. Look how messy and meaningless life becomes without it. For if there is no pattern our life should take, then there is no fulfillment to be gained from living in one way as opposed to another. If there is no puzzle to piece together, then there is no such thing as completion, and therefore no satisfaction of doing something meaningful with your life. Yet, if there is no truth about the human person, about how our life should look, then why the remorse of Peter, the conflicted spirit of Pilate of all people, and the deadly despair of Judas? Why does our nature convulse so emotionally after falling for the devil's lies if there is no truth? There is truth. For this I was born, and for this I came into the world, to testify to the truth. There is truth about God, about the human person, and about all creation. Christ has resolved the question of truth, reconciling lying humanity with the truth about God and ourselves. So isn't it time, friends, that we stop lying to one another and call things as they are? It's a child, not a choice. A person, not a product to be frozen and implanted or flushed away. What future lies in store for a nation that aborts its offspring and euthanizes its elderly? We are religious beings to the core. Consequences violently erupt when our citizens, our schools, and our government deny this fact and betray our founding fathers. Democracy depends on a virtuous citizenry, which acknowledges self-evident truths from life to liberty, and knows that liberty does not mean libertinism, but the ability to choose what is true and good and beautiful. Without this, our country will fail, like the Roman Empire of old. Human nature is a given, not defined by courts or celebrities or interest groups. No amount of votes can make marriage what it isn't, or a man or a woman what they cannot be. Saying otherwise is not love or compassion, for nothing untrue can be. Love of God, St. John wrote, consists in keeping God's commandments, in keeping Christ's commandments, and loving as he loved us. Did he really die so that we could fritter away our lives on sports and binge watching and spending selfishly? Can we really call ourselves Christians if our lives are indistinguishable from the lives of unbelievers, addicted to our phones, frolicking without reserve or respect on Facebook, while skipping Mass as we so choose? Truth is a double-edged sword. It provides meaning and it requires responsibility. Everyone who belongs to the truth listens to my voice, says the Lord. Listen to him calling you to something great, to a mission uniquely yours. He is calling you and bestowing upon you the responsibility and opportunity to do what you and he were born to do, to be what this world desperately needs, to be a witness to the truth.